funding for their research and scholarship. But where do you start? In this tutorial, we'll walk you through the basics of determining where at Spelman to go for help, understanding what types of help are available to the Spelman community, and finally, determining what to do next when applying for grants at Spelman. Getting help for grants at Spelman all starts with knowing what kind of grant you want. Are you looking for a grant that's publicly funded by a U.S. federal, state, or local government sources? Or do you want a grant that is privately funded by a foundation or corporation? Government-funded grants are handled by Spelman's Research Development and Sponsored Programs Unit within the Office of Research, Innovation, and Collaboration. And foundation or corporate-funded grants are handled by Corporate and Foundation Relations and Partnerships Unit within the Division of Institutional Advancement. Regardless of which office you're working with, you will receive the same level of expertise and professional support for grant seeking from cradle to the grave. Government-funded grants are handled by Spelman's Research Development and Sponsored Programs Unit within the Office of Research, Innovation, and Collaboration, or ORIC. ORIC is designed to promote a robust research environment and ethical scholarly engagement with a focus on supporting the entire Spelman community and its scholars. Corporate and Foundation Relations and Partnerships Unit within the Division of Institutional Advancement handles privately funded grants. The office is responsible for raising visibility and credibility, cultivating friends, and securing financial resources to keep the promise of Spelman College as a liberal arts institution of choice for women of African descent. Both research development and sponsored programs and corporate and foundation relations and partnerships supports faculty and administrative staff by providing guidance to identify, secure, and administer grant funding in support of research, creative scholarship, student training, and programmatic activities. And each unit provides assistance throughout the life cycle of the grant, from pre-award activities including proposal submission, award setup, and post-award administration. Their work includes helping you with conceptualizing a competitive and fundable idea, identifying grant opportunities, compiling grant proposal materials so that they align with funder requirements, drafting budgets, submitting grant proposals to sponsors, receiving funding decisions and advising you on how to set up your award, helping you to manage your award by providing reminders about upcoming reporting deadlines, and securing financial reporting elements from budgets and contracts office, compiling all reporting elements for the submission, and submitting financial, interim, and final reports, and finally, submitting grant modification requests. On the RDSP homepage, you can find more information, including instructions and forms to get started in developing federal grant proposals at Spelman, links to guidance from major federal grant-making agencies, guidelines for building your budget, checklists and other tools to ensure that your application is complete, and instructions for routing your proposal to get the proper approvals before it can be submitted to the funder. Whether you're just in the idea phase or you've identified a target funding opportunity, getting the right help starts with your Intent to Submit form. This form captures information about whether you're seeking funding for government or private sources, the research, project, or program for which you are seeking funding, and your timeline. Once you have submitted this form, you'll be contacted by RDS or IA to follow up on your request. We hope this tutorial gives you a better understanding of how to find help for your grant-seeking plans at Spelman, including knowing what type of grant you're looking for and which offices can help, knowing the types of support and resources that they are available to you, both before and after you submit your application, and finally, knowing how to request help from either RDS or IA. Be sure to join us for our next video tutorial on understanding federal grant solicitations. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.